Hello, everyone. If you see me live, just I want you to put hashtag live so that I can be sure that you guys are watching me. And if you guys can hear me, please mention that. We are here once again, and today is going to be a very exciting episode yet again. We'll be going live in a minute. Let me know if you can hear me or if you are seeing this stream. I want you guys to put hashtag live. We are about to start this session. I have an amazing guest today with me. He's somebody who believes that any entrepreneur, they don't only need to sell their services, but they need to sell themselves and make sure it's not about those old ways of selling. It's all about how buyers buy now. I want to welcome an amazing person, and he's somebody every time I meet with, I always ended up learning tons and tons of value. So today's guest is Brian K. McNeill. So I'm just adding him in the stream. And Brian, if you can hear me,
I can hear you
welcome,
great. How
Brian.
are you, sir?
I am doing great.
Awesome,
So
awesome. I'm
it's
excited to be here
amazing to
today.
be here. It's amazing to have you here, Brian. I mean, I'm right now having that fanboy moment too. I mean, I'm a big fan of what you do.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, I'm really thankful that you agreed and to participate in this, and I am positive that those who are gonna watch this live or even in replay, they're gonna learn tons and tons of value.
hmm I want to say it's very easy for me to agree to do something with a deal because I really respect your professionalism. I really admire your consistency. I think you're a professional, and I think the way you choose to go about your business life, you can't help but be successful. So, for someone like you who's been nothing but respectful and supportive of me, I want to also be supportive of as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian. So, Brian, I'll just go into the question that I always ask. Can you please tell our audience about what you do and a bit of background?
Sure. Well, you know how there's a lot of entrepreneurs out here that offer really amazing services, and a lot of these entrepreneurs, even though they offer amazing services, they don't earn nearly the money that they could or that they should. And a lot of times they don't earn that money is because they don't know how to sell it well, or they're trying to sell it with an antiquated methodology, or they're just afraid to even ask for business because they don't want to come across as salesy. And I happen to be a sales confidence coach. And I help build within or infuse entrepreneurs with the selling skills, the selling my ideologies, the selling modalities that they need to be super confident when it comes to selling and closing a sale authentically in a way that feels natural for them so that they not only earn more money, but they actually have more fun in the selling part of their businesses.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Well, and I'm a true example of that because I remember when I think a couple of months back when we had our first call, and this is something you immediately highlighted, and this is something I usually struggled with. I mean, I used to cover that up with that. Hey, I'm not selling anybody. I'm just that relationship building guy, and work will come. And trust me, after that call that I had with you for the first time, I actually initiated that where I ask something that you always suggest asking. And I was surprised by their response, as they were actually waiting for me to ask them. And this
Yes.
was the mind shift that I had. So I'll directly connect that with to my next question is, I mean, how do you think what you do is going to help coaches? I mean, I work with mostly coaches, and this community, I have mostly coaches who are in this community. So how they can benefit from what you do?
Um, Coaches that offer a service that genuinely helps people, I want you coaches to know that your work is important, because if you offer a service that can help someone, I promise you, at any given moment, there is a particular client out there that can only hear from you. There might be a lot of life coaches or wealth coaches or fitness coaches, but there's a segment of people that if you don't serve them, they won't be served at all. They just will go without. So you have to get into business, and you coach have to get profitable and stay profitable, because if you don't stay profitable, you're not going to be able to stay in the business, and the people that you would have served won't get served. So if you have chosen to pick up the mantle of a coach in any capacity, you owe it to your market to learn how to sell profitably. You need to be earning significant money. You're supposed to be earning significant money as a coach. And because of something that you don't like to do, like selling, I spent the majority of my adult life trying to take the stigma off of the word sell. I think it's an honorable profession. Honorable. It's not dishonorable, it's honorable. And you owe it to them to learn how to sell better. I will say this too, coaches, selling is more of a motivational act. It's not so much a persuasive act. It's an act of motivating someone to take an action. The motivation has two parts, an internal part and an external part. But you're motivating people more than you're talking people into it. Think of it that way.
That's powerful. And something that you've mentioned a couple of times is, I mean, that it's important to sell, but it's important to sell profitably. So,
Yes.
what is it that you're suggesting? I mean, how they can ensure that? I mean, yes, they have to sell, but what is that one thing that they need to do to ensure that they are selling profitably?
It's not going to sound pretty, a deal, okay? What I'm about to say. Sorry.
I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that.
Okay. It goes back to what the coach values. So many of the coaches that I serve, they value the client's experience way up here and the client's feelings up here, but they value their own money down here. And they work about, well, I don't worry about money, I don't ask for money. And what happens is they find more and more opportunities to give clients great experiences and not earn money. When you don't charge enough, when you choose to do stuff for free and you don't charge enough, the universe rewards you with a lot of opportunities to not make money. Okay. Now, when you value your money as just as important as the client's experience, which I spend a lot of my time trying to help people to understand, the more people you help, the more money you earn. The more money you earn is in direct proportion to how many people you help. You cannot help people the way you want to help them unless you are profitable. Now, there are things that you need to know how to do, technical things, but so much of it, a deal is a mindset. Before I can even really help them technically, like how to and what to, they have to understand that the money is going to flow based on what they value.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I think I am somebody who is very much inspired by you. I mean, last few months, and this is something that I've witnessed, because I think I've been posting about this, that in November I consciously made this effort that where I am saying no to clients where they don't value the offer that I'm providing in terms of money charge. I want to charge, or the scope that I want to lock. And yes, it was difficult saying no. I mean, when you have some sort of work coming and you think about, I mean, if saying no to that work, and what about if you don't get work? But I've had amazing results because of that, because that gave me extra time where I was not only able to value what I was doing, but I was able to upskill my services too. So that is something I have personally experienced.
Isn't that
And again, we are
amazing?
talking
Isn't it
about,
amazing?
it is. It is. I mean, this is something that is like life-changing moment, I would say. I think this is something I've suffered from. I mean, I've suffered with this for last 3 years. As a result, I had to move out from the business that I created, and I started again fixing few things. And I think I was again falling into that trap. And when I consciously became aware of that, and I started working on that. That's when the shift started happening. So yeah, I totally am amazed by the power of this concept.
I
So
want to say this
yeah,
to you
thank
about
you very
you,
much.
Adil. You're going to reach a place in your business because you're being aware, you're paying attention. But there's going to come a time where you're going to look back at what you used to charge and laugh at yourself that you used to charge so little for stuff that people are paying 10 times more for.
Exactly. Exactly, that's so
Mhm.
true. Yeah. So I mean, just quickly moving on to the last part where we
Okay.
always ask. I mean, it's kind of, I'm trying to build a very funny show where we are asking our guests to give us treats. So I just want to know if you have any treat for us.
I do. I come bearing two treats for you tonight. Okay.
Wow.
The first
So
treat
that's
is
that's 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 treating with profitably. Yeah.
yes, but I'm bearing two treats for you tonight. The first one I want to introduce to them is called the 1, 2, 3 formula. Now, I really believe that the first hurdle the entrepreneur must conquer is how do you answer the question of what do you do for a living? That question is so paramount because you get a lot of opportunities to answer it. And when you don't get that right, people cannot refer anybody to you. If you do get it right, they can refer people to you. So it's very important. And the 1, 2, 3 formula I offer as a free ebook. You get to learn how to answer the question of what do you do for a living, and it introduces to you a selling your services campaign, how to start an outreach ministry to go get clients. And I'm offering it to you for free. The things that are
Wow.
contained within those two things there has taken me 28 years to master. And you're going to get a major shortcut for free. The 20 1, 2, 3 formula. I sent it to my brother Adil, and he has the link and whenever you're ready for it. And the second gift I'm offering you is the 1, 2, 3 formula. The link is there now. And the second gift I'm offering you is until the end of the year, and not anymore, okay? But until the end of 2020, I am willing to still do a free selling your services, a complimentary selling your services consultation by phone. Into 2021, you can still get a consultation, but you'll have to go through some hurdles. You'll have to fill out a survey. You have to do this, that, and the other. You'll have to attend a group thing first before you get to me one on one. But right now, until the end of the year, you can still reach me one on one by going to my Calendly link. And not after December 31st, that option, that easy access is gone. So I do encourage you, if you're thinking of it, what could a conversation with a sales confidence coach do for you? What could it do? Okay. Adil has professed it did some things for him.
Yeah, and I am sharing that link in the comments too, in the chat, in the Facebook chat. So
Great. And there's an expiration date on that, December 31st. That goes away.
yeah, so I'll put that in there too.
Yep.
So Brian, any parting words?
Again, I always like to say your work is important, and I will say this in part. There's this thing called the sin of the desert. The sin of the desert. That's when you know where the water is, but won't tell anyone else. If you are a coach and you know that you offer solutions and a way to improve the life of people, of normal people, you owe it to them to tell them where the water is, to tell them where the solution is. The sin of the desert, knowing where the water is or knowing where the solution is and not telling others, is the height of selfishness. And you wouldn't be a coach if you were selfish. That's what I got.
Well, thank you very much. I always say, with you having even just a 15-minute conversation is always tons and tons of value. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for giving your time. I know you are having a very busy schedule these days, but you were very kind enough to spare some time for this. I really hope that I think people who are watching this or who will watch this in the replay will definitely reach out to you and will avail that offer, which is very limited. You have time till 31st December,
That's
so
right.
reach out to Brian and take those 15 to 20 minutes that he's offering. Trust me, I benefited from them. I know a number of people who have benefited from that, so don't miss that out. Brian, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy holidays. I wish you all the best. Good evening.
Thank you.